Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A star student athlete falls victim to gun violence. Tonight, her family shares their grief and disbelief.
An important anniversary tonight. We've got a report card for the city of Detroit 5 years after emerging from bankruptcy.
As Southwest Michigan still works to dig out from record-breaking snow, the next twist is historic cold. It was a snow day in many households across the area, but it wasn't all fun. In fact, the conditions sent some people to the emergency room.
Yeah, we'll have more on that in just a minute. But first, we are bracing for a big drop in the temperatures tonight, the lowest for today's date since the early 1900s. Ben was not there for that, but he can see he can find the records as well as anyone. He was joking a little earlier about that, as a matter of fact, Ben.
Yeah, you missed it by that much.
Yeah.
You know, we set 3 records yesterday because of the snow. We set the lowest high temperature this afternoon. And here we go, busting up another one with record lows tonight. Let's start with your 4-zone forecast in the metro zone. 9 above in the city is what we're going to wake up to tomorrow. 7 will be the official low. And if we get there, that's 5 degrees away from the record. The record was 12. We're obviously going to blow it away. 4 to 9 is what we're expecting down in the south zone. Those numbers are going to look pretty similar across the west and north zone. We're going to have clear skies, light winds, dry air, all the ingredients coming together for a maximally cold night. And we've got the snowpack on top of it. The final numbers coming in, look at this, 14 inches in Lexington and Port Huron, and a lot of us saw 6 to 9. We'll look at some more of those totals and look at our next chance of snow, which is just around the corner in a few minutes, guys.
Yeah, so Ben tells in the south zone, they only got 6 inches. It just illustrates that the whole area really did get walloped last night.
It really did. Paula Tutman has been out checking on folks to see how they're coping with this early blast of winter. Paula?
Hey guys, yeah, I wasn't around in the 1900s either, but I have been here 27 years and about 25 pounds, and I've never felt cold like this early in the season. It is a lot. It is a lot of snow, and it is a lot to cope with, either for fun or really deadly serious business. The snow totals are hefty. The winner, Shelby Township in Macomb County, with 10 inches, which made getting through this stuff a losing proposition, especially if you're someone off from school dying to play tennis on the coldest record-breaking day of the season.
It took us like at least an hour and a half to clear this entire court.
In Detroit, clearing the snow was serious business, as people's lives and livelihoods depended on being able to get out of their homes and down the street.
How am I going to get to the doctor? And I'm in such pain, I have to go to the doctor. So I was like, this is a godsend.
Detroit got a huge wallop too. The line of demarcation, 6 inches just to call in the plow brigade. And today, they were called in, moving 3 abreast in 7 different zones. Contractors hired to clear the snow on more than 1,800 miles of residential streets. No small task.
Right now, we really want to make sure that people who have to get to work, who need to hit the major roadways, that they are able to do that with salted major streets.
The price tag somewhere in the neighborhood of about $75,000 per zone for the season. And so if the work isn't done, the contract isn't fully paid. That's the agreement. Residents are asked if they are able to move their cars and vehicles off the streets to aid in the 16-foot swath. And if the street isn't plowed of snow by 7 a.m. tomorrow, let the city know, because that is the deadline to get it done.
They did a pretty good job early this morning. I was wondering how y'all get by and looked out and seen that they were pushing the streets. So they did a pretty good job this morning.
Yeah, they really have done a pretty good job. Now, as you can see in Detroit, not all vehicles have a driveway or a garage to pull into. And so nobody's going to be penalized, but it is more difficult to clear those streets and get that really wide swath. Listen, if your streets have not been cleared as of yet, hey, they have till 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and that's when the deadline is over. So if they're not cleared, make sure you call the city.
Yeah.
Means getting out there to clear it in the very, very cold. All right, Paula, this wet, very heavy snow before the warm-up came in, before the cool-off came in, sent a lot of people to the local emergency rooms, including some with heart attacks that were related to shoveling it.
Yeah, and sadly, Beaumont Health says one of those heart attacks was fatal. Dr. Frank McGeorge explains why shoveling can be so dangerous.
A lot of different things happen when you're shoveling snow in the cold. Your airways become tighter, your blood vessels constrict because it's cold, your heart is pumping harder, your blood pressure goes up. That puts an enormous amount of strain on your cardiovascular system. And if you're not in decent shape, you can find yourself in a lot of trouble real quick.
And one of your best allies in weather like this, the new Local Forecasters app, faster, easier to use, a host of new tools, including 4Live Radar, our Futurecast, the latest from Ben. Download it for free in the App Store. Just search WDIV.
And more news now. Gun violence in Detroit has taken the life of a young student athlete who was building a future at U of M Dearborn. Victor Williams joins us with the circumstances surrounding this tragedy and how the family of Cabria Arnold is dealing with the grief.
Well, this is really a sad one. They're saying it's a life taken way too soon. 20-year-old Cabria Arnold really had her whole future ahead of her, but all of that was cut short when she was gunned down and left here to die at Pilgrim and Bentler.
Just disbelief. I still can't believe it's happening.
It's extremely hard for Tiffany Arnold to look at the dozens and dozens of accolades achieved by her late sister, star U of M Dearborn softball player Cabria Arnold.
Not much she didn't do.
Exactly.
That the city didn't have to offer.
Unfortunately, Cabria's promising future was taken away when police found her body Sunday night with several gunshot wounds laying in the middle of the street. Tonight, her loved ones can't help but ask the question of who would have shot someone so caring and why.
Well, that's a question that we really can't answer because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't speak to the type of person that she is at all.
Since Cabria's death, there's been an outpouring of support from nearly every place that she's either played or studied. The 20-year-old had aspirations of becoming a registered nurse.
Everyone has called. We've heard from old coaches, T-ball coaches, even principals.
And while her death remains a mystery,
I don't understand. I'm almost sure I know she fought through it. She was a weightlifter.
The Arnolds are more than sure Cabria's killer will be caught.
We're very confident that the city will do their job and do that, and we just ask for all prayers and support at this time.
And the family of Cabria, they did want me to mention that they have created a GoFundMe page. So if you are willing to help them out in this horrible time, you can visit our website, clickondetroit.com. There will be a direct link to that GoFundMe page. Also, if you have seen anything or know what may have led to her death, please contact police as soon as possible so we can get the person who did this to her. Reporting live, Victor Williams, Local 4. Back to you.
Indeed. Police or Crime Stoppers, 1-800-SPEAK-UP is the number. Victor, thanks.
Perhaps overshadowed by the weather, today is the 5th anniversary of Detroit's emergence from bankruptcy. The grand bargain was supposed to give the city new hope. Well, did the process work? Business editor Rod Maloney has a report card for us. Rod?
Yeah, Devin, in a word, yes, it did work. I mean, think about this. In downtown Detroit, most of the office buildings, even 5 years ago, didn't have tenants. Now they're largely full. You think about Corktown, think about Midtown. They're on the rise, certainly. But let's talk to the guy who helped, in large measure, make the grand bargain happen. Retired Judge Gerald Rosen. And hear what he has to say about our grade.
A+. A+.
Retired federal judge Gerald Rosen was the guy who did the bankruptcy's heavy lifting. Here's that famous picture on the last night after the last deal. He'd prodded, cajoled, and negotiated the grand bargain that gave the city a new lease on life. The Detroit Institute of Arts a way out of selling off all of its art, and the governor the chance to sign the laws cementing the city's emergence.
To have made this much progress in this short of time is almost miraculous.
And a quick ride around downtown shows things not here 5 years ago. The Q Line, the boutique Shinola Hotel, businesses in the lower Woodward Business District. Rosen says it took a shared sense of what Detroit could be to get here.
People throughout the state invested. The supporters of the DIA invested. The pensioners invested. The uniformed forces invested. The unions invested. So many people came together.
Local 4 bankruptcy expert Doug Bernstein agrees, saying of the city's recovery, it's gone
fabulously.
He believes the city wouldn't see the unprecedented new investment without the bankruptcy, but there's one truly great measure of the city's progress.
we don't think about the bankruptcy anymore, which is the greatest testament to the bankruptcy. There was always the fear that who would come to Detroit if it filed for bankruptcy?
Now, Bernstein and Judge Rosen both said that the city is not perfect. It still has work to do. You've got to get the neighborhoods looking a little bit better, although the city is working on that. And of course, the school system needs to come way up. The bond rating is way up from the junk status of 5 years ago. So things are looking up. And in the meantime, the judge says, look, it took 50 years to get to where they were. It's going to take a while to get back fully. But the city is moving along quite smartly. Reporting live downtown, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Boy, Rod, Doug Bernstein's so right, though. It's just not a topic of conversation right now, and that tells you how far we've come. Yeah.
True testament.
Yeah.
All right, time now for a check of the national stories you'll see ahead at 6:30 on NBC Nightly News.
Let's get to Lester Holt, who's in New York with a preview of what's coming up tonight. Lester.
Hey, Kim and Devin, coming up, Disney stumbling in its streaming debut. We'll look at what users are saying about that. Plus, the Green Beret whose terminal cancer was missed by military doctors and why they can't be held accountable. It's in our Those Who Serve report this evening.
Yeah, and you'd hope that our men and women in uniform had the best medical treatment, but that isn't always the case. What happens when a military doctor makes a mistake, Lester?
Well, it surprised certainly this Green Beret, but apparently active duty personnel face serious restrictions in fighting bad medical care. We're going to look at how the system is failing some veterans on this point on NBC Nightly News. We'll see you then.
We'll be looking forward to it, Lester. Thank you.
All right, still ahead here at 6, the important category of crime that is seeing decreases not only nationally but locally as well.
Plus, what a local college professor is accused of doing to a Muslim student in class that's brought a lawsuit against his school.
Winter's first big blast brought school closings.
We already have dozens of school closings piling up.
Traffic backups, and it's only November.
Solid snow from the south zone to the north zone.
This is January stuff.
When snowstorms strike and temperatures drop, we got you.
Those temperatures dive down to near record lows.
The local forecasters spend their day making sure you can get through yours. And now the new Local Forecasters app is helping you even more.
We were watching this take shape for days, and it delivered.
And this is only the beginning. Stay tuned.